with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check out. 674. 154.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing on third down, Love. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Check till it alert.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, it's Love. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
It's now third down.
Third and long, it's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They run for it with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
We got 4. First down, Chiefs.
Topper! Check 59, Mike. Yellow. Mike to 59. Yeah. Mark, 59, Mark.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. His guys will get the football back.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Check. Wrong right. 11B. Check 49. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck caught here by Conley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. From the red zone now, Luck. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Block on 3rd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Lambo will put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bang, bang, bang. Yellow, yellow. Show him. Attack. Check. Cross.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Check 52.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. After the interception, it's Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Topper! 10, under 10, 10. 11 feet.
To throw is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 38 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 1, Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Antonio Brown, 53 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Chiefs 24, Jaguars 13. Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike Bravo. Mike Spot 4. Watch twins. Check three.
Play action. It's locked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And an alley to run. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. He's got the hook up with Conley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Luck. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Mahomes to throw. And no, it's incomplete. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And finding Keelan Cole. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
3, 2-8, chop. Hey, box drop.
Throwing again is Locke. The open man is Westbrook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Locke. And he completes it to Westbrook. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
15. He's checking 43. 43. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Yellow. Check. Wide. Get wide. Box trap. Mike's 59. Attack. Watch the screen. Safety, yellow. Screen.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 5-4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 68 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Man, I got you. Check 59, Mike. Hero 15. Mike to 59. Hey, here we go. 59 is Mike. 59.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Yellow. Let's go, Louis. Let's go one more. Watch for leg. It's quick.
stepping up. He'll try and run. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Mahomes going to throw it here. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 5'9", Charlie, come go, baby.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Kansas City, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freezer. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.